99% of students don't know how to solve this. Are you amongst the lucky 1%? Let me know in the comments. Here we are told to do a squared minus b squared is equals to 15. We are expected to find the value of a and b. The condition is that a and b must be an element of natural number. So first thing you should know in your mind is to know the terms that are the natural numbers. In maths, our natural numbers starts from 1, 2, 3, and so on. Okay, these are the natural numbers. So you know that our values should be in between here. Then again, we come to the question a squared minus b squared. In your mind, you know in your basic classes about the difference between two squares. So in difference between two squared, we expand it to be a plus b, that's the sum of the terms into the difference of the terms, and that's equals to 15. Good. Since we know that, since the sum of two terms gives 15, while their difference also we know that the sum of two terms multiplied by its difference gives what? 15. Okay, so what do we have to do? We have to look at the solution and find the two factors. But everything we have to know is that we'll try to not to get a negative numbers. So what do? When you look at 15, 15 can be seen as what? 15 times 1 from their factors. Okay, where the first term becomes 15 and the difference becomes what? 1. Then again, we can also take 15 to be a product of 5 and what? 3. 5 times 3 is what? 15. Where a plus b will now be seen as our what? 5. And a minus b, which is the difference, will now be seen as our what? 3. So for each term of the value, we are going to test for the value of a and b. So what do? We can now say that a plus b for the first value, 15 and 1, that's the first one, is equal to 15. Why the difference, which is a minus b, is equal to 1, giving us clearly simultaneous equation. For the first one, we will label it equation 1, and the second one becomes equation 2. So for us to find the value of a and b for the first term, all we need to do is to solve by elimination method. Reason behind that is that the coefficients are just 1 and they differ in sign. Try to add equation 1 and equation 2. A plus b is 2a, and a b plus minus b is 0, and that's equals to 15 plus 1 is 16. So the next thing we do, we divide through by 2 and divide through by 2. If you do that, you see that a is equals to 16 by 2 is what? 8. Then for us to get our b, we have to put a to be 8 in any of the equation and 1 and 2. So let's try it in equation 1. So instead of writing a, I'll write what? 8 plus b is equals to 15. Okay, then to get my b, I can now see that b is equals to 15 minus 8. 15 minus 8 is 5, is 7. So b is equals to 7. So for the first value of our problem, we have that a b is the number, is the value. Our a is 8, 8 and what? 7. But we are trying to find two values though. You know that? Then for us to find it, we have other pairs. The second pair, which says that a plus b will now be 5 and a minus b will now be 3. Testing for the two factors. In our usual way, this is now equation 1 for the second problem. This is equation 2 for the second problem. So what do? We have to add the equation again. If you add this equation 1 and equation 2 to eliminate b, we have it that 2a is equals to 8. To get our a, divide through by 2, divide by 2. If you do that, you see that a is equals to 4. Since a is equals to 4, we are going to put back the value of a to be 4 in any of the equation. Let's use equation 1. So we have it that a is 4. So you have 4 plus b is equals to 5. Okay, then you see that b is equals to 5 minus 4, and that's 1. So you see that the second value of a and b is what? For a, we have our a to be 4, 4 and what? 1. And these are the two possible values for what? A and B. If you found the video interesting, do well to hit the like button, subscribe, and share so that you get notified anytime I drop a new video. Bye-bye.